Well, oh, good evening, take two. Your phone cut out? I got 10 minutes into a video, your phone cut out. Anyhow, not to worry. Hope you're all doing well. A few things I want to say. Firstly, we're using the Green Stuff Extra Large Wet Palette. As soon as I went to use it, there was an instant problem with it. Green Stuff, in their infinite wisdom, made the paper too big. Paper is bigger than the palette, and you wet the sponge as you always do with a wet palette, tip off the excess water. You go to put the paper on the sponge, and it laps up the side of the palette. So you take a plastic credit card or bus pass or whatever you got, and normally you use that to smooth it out, get rid of the air bubbles and the wrinkles. You can't, because the paper is lapped up the sides because it's too big. And if the sort of palette starts drying out a bit, what I like to do is take my squeezy bottle here of distilled water and go around the edge and just squirt a bit in and manipulate the palette a bit to get it to go onto the sponge. You can't, because the paper is lapped up the sides. So I had to chuck one paper and then put another one in which was cut down. I cut it down to size. Alright, it's not a huge problem, but it's an annoying inconvenience and an oversight on Green Stuff's part, making the paper too big. But and another thing, the seal's too tight on it, on the lid. I watch people's videos on wet palettes and stuff, and then I look at the comments, what people have said, and you get people saying, how can I get an airtight seal on my wet palette? How can I get a tight seal on my lid and all this business? You don't need an airtight seal. You don't need a tight fitting lid, because particularly if you put the palette in the fridge overnight, all you will do is get condensation and it will drip into your paint. So with this particular palette, I've been leaving a gap down one side, putting the lid ajar slightly, 2 or 3 mil gap down one side, and that stops it condensing, and it's fine. But yeah, the lid's too tight, so there's a couple of problems with it. But we'll see how it goes. I'll use it for a bit longer and see how it goes. Best thing I've used thus far, as I've said to you before, is the chocolate box, the Ferrero Rocher chocolate box. That's excellent. But we've got other palettes here to try before we go back to that. So all is not lost. But that's where we're at with the Green Stuff Extra Large palette. Another thing, I was watching a video by the miniature painter, and he had this little gadgety thing that you can stick a miniature on, and the top part of it revolves. I don't know if he paid for it. I didn't ask him. Anyway, so that's a good gadget to put on the have on the workbench. If you're just doing a one-off sort of figure or something like that, you can turn the top. I thought that's, yeah. So here's a cheap alternative. Now, you will you will understand this is tight because it's got bits of old peppercorn in it and so forth. So when this is empty, I'm going to take it abroad, clean it all out. There you go. there you go. Cheap alternative, a couple of quid in Tesco's. Our odds and sods we were doing, because one or two of our French battalions were a few figures short. Because in my infinite wisdom, when I started this business, I didn't standardize the number of figures in a battalion. I just did some of this and some of that sort of thing. So one or two battalions were a few figures short. Well, we've done all them now. They're all finito. 4 young guard in greatcoats. 8 Airfix French Line Infantry. Now you will admit the basing is not great on these, but that was the style I did back then, so I've kept these in keeping so they don't sort of stand out in the card. So although it's not great basing, to keep it in with the others, that's what I've done. I've done as per original. So there's 8 of them we've done. 6 Airfix Old Guard. And 4 Zvezda. Now, I never know how you pronounce it. Voltigears, voltages, I never know how you pronounce it, but you know what I mean. So there's 4 of them. And one rather nice Airfix mounted Colonel. I do like the Airfix mounted Colonels. They do look splendid when you've done them, even though they're sort of antiquated figures now. They still look really nice when you've done them. So that's the odds and sods finished. That's it. Done. So that's my French army complete. Now it's finished. That's it. Or I say finished, it's not really, because they've got mountains of figures here and wagons and limbers and stuff and troops that I can do. But we've achieved what we set out to do. So all we got to do now is just do the Wellington command stand, 5 mounted figures and 3 standing figures. And that's it. That's it, done. I've been working on the mounted figures today. So all the flesh tone is done. That's all done. So there you have it. There you have it. That's more or less it now. We're right at the gates of Moscow. Just get this command stand finished. And that's it. We do a troop review. We can do a troop review, and I was going to put these odds and sods on the turntable, but I don't think I'll bother now, because you'll see them soon enough in the troop review. So we'll do it that way. But that's it now, getting itchy fingers now to do something else. I actually know what I'm going to do next, and that's some 132 British Airborne. Gonna have a go at some British Airborne for World War II, Market Garden or something. Have a go at that. And I think possibly even tomorrow what I might have a go at is toying with the idea of making some troop trays, just for ease of movement, you know, on the gaming table. Thinking I might do that. It wouldn't take much to make up some troop trays. I got stuff here, I could do it. Possibly might even do them coloured. Blue for French, red for British, or green for 95th Rifles. I suppose it'd be red for Swiss, wouldn't it? like for Brunswickers, whatever. That's what I'm thinking I might do. So getting near the end of the road now. Giveaway. We'll do the giveaway before I go and watch a video or sort of unwind. This month's giveaway I'll read to you what it says on the packet. Waterloo British Royal Horse Artillery 9-pounder, and that's gun and 4 crew. So that's the crew to man it, as well as the gun itself. So if you want a chance to win the Royal Horse Artillery 9-pounder, 28mm 9-pounder for your black powder, just put, what should we say, just put Canon in the comment below. And when are we going to do the draw? What's today? Friday. We'll do it Monday evening. We'll do it Monday evening sometime. And you can have a go at the 9-pounder Canon and crew. So that's really it. That's really me done. I'm going to go and possibly watch a video now. I don't know. I'll put these odds and sods away now in their respective boxes. Yeah, it's gonna feel rather strange not having naps to paint. It's gonna feel rather strange. But then it's gonna be nice painting other stuff. I've got stuff here. Medieval peasant army in 1/72nd. Romans in 1/72nd. Romans in 28mm. World War II, 135, 132. I've got all sorts. Pike and shot, 28mm. The old mountains and stuff. That's beside all the boats and planes and all the stuff I've not told you about, because that's a surprise for later. 28mm Persians I've got here. Not that I'm really into Persians, but it'll just be a good painting challenge. I saw somebody put up a video about Persians, and I thought, yeah, that'd be quite good. Actually, I'll tell you before I go quickly, quite a lot of the stuff I got in the stash pile I wouldn't buy under normal circumstances. I wouldn't buy. But I've bought it for interesting stuff to do for here, to keep this interesting and varied. So yeah, looking forward to it greatly. It's going to be, once we've done this command stand, the whole channel will go, right, there'll be all sorts. Only one tonight. How about 6? Yeah, so it's fun. It's going to be fun. So I'm going to put these naps away. Usual rules apply, thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching, thanks for your comments, blah blah blah. If you want to go for the 9-pounder British artillery piece for black powder, just leave Canon, comment below, and we'll do the draw Monday evening, and somebody can end up with a, I think it's a Warlord Games one, isn't it? Warlord Games, yes, packed for you by Matteo. Somebody can end up with that. So, see you in the next one.